knocks it down, and the Rim Reapers are the first one on the board. Here's Kennedy Brown. Brown drives inside, turns away. Guarded closely there by Prince, and that one goes out of bounds. It will stay with B&B.
And in 3x3, you have to be very efficient at getting to your spot. So Kennedy Brown does a good job, shot fake, right-hand drive to get herself onto that block. But then great defense there by Alexis Prince to use her length and contest.
Caitlin Bickle with a feed over the top to Serena Sundell, cut off by Slocum, who played great defense without fouling there to force the miss. Slocum now trying to check in from 2 and knocks it down. The Boise native with the first 3 points of this game.
Great job there by Slocum. Again, getting to your spots, reading what the defense gives you.
Here's Alexis Prince. Mid-range, pull up off the mark. Ball loose, Caitlin Bickle comes down with it. Bickle to Sundell. A minute gone here in quarterfinal number 4 of 3XBA Spokane, presented by Delta Airlines. Amy Okonkwo drives, can't get it to go. Ball's loose in the corner, goes out of bounds, and will stay with B&B. 3-0 the lead for B&B. 8:45 on the game clock. This is Thundercats, and my apologies, Thundercats were on offense here.
So I think the ref
just gave it right to Slocum without a check.
Bickle didn't move, she just had her hands in the air like, wait, I don't think that's right.
Destiny with maybe then a bit of a tongue-in-cheek two-pointer right there, as she would have had 4 points had that one gone, but obviously still got to play by the rules here. Here's Bickle on the inside. Okonkwo battling for position. Goes up and gets the bucket and the foul.
And Bickle, I'm going to give credit to her on that possession. Probably one of the best screeners to come out of Baylor. She does such a great job of getting teammates open and then hitting them on time and on target. So Okonkwo was the benefactor of that play. Does a great job of finishing through some contact.
Well, nobody scored more points yesterday than Amy Okonkwo. 8 points in B&B's first game, then 7 in their next is Prince off the mark here. And then Okonkwo with 9 points in the third and final game for B&B yesterday. Just a dominant performance. She'll go to the bench here, get a break, and Kennedy Brown out on the floor for B&B. Here's Bickle. Over to Serena Sundell. She'll drive, Sundell inside and scores it.
Great job of attacking Pratt's slower closeout there. Strong move to the baseline.
Foul on the inside, Bickle battling with Pratt for position.
And again, the physicality has really ramped up, I would say, in the second day.
Definitely.
Even than what we saw yesterday. Very physical game in 3x3. Don't want to give anything easy.
Slocum. Tough defense inside there by Sundell, forces the miss. Here's Serena in the corner, dumps it inside for Brown. Over the top, Okonkwo, another back basket.
Okonkwo does such a great job of moving off ball, which is massive in 3x3.
Here's Alexis Prince. 3 on the shot clock, has to take the mid-range jumper off the mark. Amy comes down with the rebound. You talk about playing for your country like we were in the last game. Okonkwo, 2-time Olympian. Kennedy Brown for 2 on the way. That's good. Just a 1, excuse me, just a 1. Shot up and in there by Alexis Prince as back and forth we go. 4-4 tied. Still less than 3 minutes gone in this one. Okonkwo pulls up, has to beat the shot clock. Pratt comes down with the rebound for the Rim Reapers. Slocum spins off of Okonkwo, drives in, and Destiny Slocum can't finish it right at the rim. Into the corner, Sundell looks down at 2. That one's off the mark as well. Slocum comes away with it, in trouble, has to get it off to Prince. Prince out to clear it, drives right back inside, can't connect on the shot. Tips it away from Okonkwo though, and chases down her own miss. Prince inside, and that time she does finish.
Seeing a little bit of fatigue there from Okonkwo, giving up that easy layup that Prince just missed.
Sundell over the top, tough spot to be in as she fights with Slocum and then blocked from behind by Pratt. Stays on the ball though and scores it.
Initially a great defensive move by Pratt.
Pratt had to pick herself off the floor and then caught that air ball Here's Okonkwo for 2, knocks it down. 7-5 now, the lead for B&B. Slocum crosses over, drives in. Sundell there in defense, falls away, can't hit the shot, keeps it alive, but 2 on the shot clock. This will result in a violation. .5:57 to go. That'll take us to immediate timeout. B&B up 7-5. Really, you know, you watch B&B, and obviously they're a full team unit, but number 1 out there in the cream-colored uniform is just a game-changing player.
Yeah, she is what you want in a 3x3 player. Just does such a great job of getting whatever look she wants. She can get herself to the rim. She's capable in the mid-range. We saw her knock down plenty of long-range 2-pointers yesterday. And she also defensively can guard whomever. She does a great job of moving her feet out on the perimeter. You mentioned her kind of Olympic experience, but also she's Team Nigeria's captain. And that is such a high honor, and one that I'm sure that she is deeply appreciative of. So not only is she good on the court, but off the court in those types of media timeout situations. She's a leader and just making sure that her team is ready to go coming out of the break.
Out of the media timeout, it's B&B on the ball here. Here's Bickle over the top. Okonkwo deep in the post, puts it up and scores it. Give her 5 points now.
Again, great pass from Bickle, great patience from Okonkwo.
Oh, what a feed by Slocum, and Brittany Brewer scores it at the rim.
Great catch by Brewer there in traffic.
Okonkwo off her leg and out of bounds. That'll be the Rim Reapers ball. B&B leading 8-6 here with 5:31 remaining. 4th and final quarterfinal. Winner here advances to the semifinals to take on Coast to Coast. Here's Slocum. 7 on the shot clock. Drives, steps back, feeds it on inside for Brewer, goes up with the left hand, can't score it, then goes out of bounds off of Pratt, so it'll be B&B ball up top.
We spoke about this yesterday, Austin, but locking into Brittany Brewer, she's left-handed, and not only is she left-handed, she's 6'5", so she's very capable of turning over her right shoulder and shooting over the top of people, so would love to see B&B just doing a better job of forcing her right.
Out to the arc, Kennedy Brown looks at a 2, can't get the friendly roll, but Caitlin Bickle there with the rebound, goes right back up, and then a foul on Alexis Prince, 2nd team foul, and it'll put Kennedy Brown at the stripe for 1. Brown can't get it to go, fought for the rebound, Prince takes it out. Looking inside, now we have a foul on the inside. That's gonna go against B&B and be their 2nd. Slocum back off the sideline. Here's Hannah Pratt with it now. Prince goes up and scores, Alexis Prince. Now out to Okonkwo for 2. That one's off the mark. Destiny Slocum will chase it down. Rim Reapers down 1 here with the ball. Slocum loses her footing. That looked a little painful. She seems to be okay, thankfully, though. Staying out there on the floor as well. B&B ball up top.
Can't tell for Slocum if it was like an ankle injury or maybe a little bit of a groin, because it just seemed like her feet just went out from under her on that drive.
Caitlin Bickle cut off. Good defense on the inside, but what a pass, and Okonkwo scores it. Offensive foul called against the Rim Reapers. That last pass, I should say, was by Brittany Brewer. Excuse me, it was Bickle. 9-7, 4:31 to go. Tipped out of bounds by Slocum. It'll stay with B&B. Bickle over to Okonkwo, who drives in, goes up with the left and scores it. She's just racking up points by the bunches. She's now got 7.
Capable of finishing through traffic. She does a great job of seeking out contact rather than letting the contact affect her shot. Just using that upper body strength.
Prince drives, goes up, banks it in. Sundell in a 10-8 game now, her team in front. Inside, Kennedy Brown backing down, goes around, kicks it out. Bickle tries the 2. Off the back iron, but gets her own miss. Goes back at the elbow jumper. That one's off the mark as well. Kicked into the corner by Prince, who drives baseline. Plenty of room, and Alexis Prince give her 5 points as well. 1 point game. Sundell kicks it back out. Here's Bickle. Now Brown up top. 7 on the shot clock. Kennedy Brown cut off. Now Bickle's got to get rid of it. 2 on the clock. Puts it up. Banks it in.
Great clock awareness there by Bickle. Knew she had to get it up. Able to use that backboard.
We got our media timeout. 11-9 B&B. Get another look at it. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta throw it up. It'll be contested and it won't be the prettiest, but if it goes to that net, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and she actually did a good job of kind of getting her shoulder square and still staying on balance. It didn't look that out of control. I mean, if for our WNBA fans, you know, Johannes of the Liberty had that crazy run. I think it was last year in the finals where she was just shooting off one leg and had maybe 12 points in like 30 seconds. So as long as you're squared and eyes are to the basket, you give yourself a chance.
You know, Hoopfest here has seen all different types of shot. You know, off one leg, off no leg sometime. On the inside, Brewer, great job getting position. She puts that one in and cuts the lead back down to 1, 11-10. 3:30 remaining. Okonkwo back out on the floor. Over now, Serena Sundell. They go back inside. Brown can't connect. Tip back, though. She gets it back. Okonkwo, just to be safe, dribbles it out for the clear. And then a foul committed by Destiny Slocum. 4th on the Rim Reapers. Goes back up top to B&B. Checking in. Here's Sundell. Now over to Brown. A lot of time coming off the clock here. 5 on the shot clock. In the corner to Okonkwo. Had her foot on the line as she went to save it. So that'll go back over to the Rim Reapers. 3:05 remaining in this 1 point game.
B&B have slowed down a little bit, just getting a little bit stagnant offensively.
Slocum, kind of a hitch in that jumper, was off the mark. This pass, I should say, sent wide. And it'll stay with B&B as it was tipped. 8 seconds on the shot clock for them to take over. Holding a 1 point lead, up 11-10 here with 2:52 remaining. Inside, Okonkwo. Up and under, can't get it, gets her own miss, goes back up again and scores it with 8 points now, and a 2 point lead for her team once again. Inside, Brewer, fall away jumper is good.
Possession over position, gave up her low post positioning so that she could go get that ball. Great little fadeaway there by Brewer.
Ooh, up and under, Sundell scores it.
Again, great footwork in the paint. Sundell getting herself all the way to the backboard.
Slocum missed that one, then it's tipped around and Sundell comes away with it. 2 point lead for B&B. Bickle trying to make it 4, she does.
Great stretch here by B&B. They're getting stops, nice easy baskets.
Defensive breakdown that time as Pratt was able to sneak behind but can't connect. Destiny Slocum. And you heard from the sideline, Kennedy Brown yelling, take one of those strategic fouls we've been talking about just to get a breather.
Both teams are in a great position foul-wise. Rim Reapers, they can start to slow the game down a little bit, especially after you score to prevent somebody getting easy baskets.
Prince can't finish from point blank range. B&B, the lead still 4, almost 6 as Bickle had a great look from 2. Here's Sundell in the corner. 1:40 to play. Sundell fights into the middle, puts up the floater off the back iron. What a rebound. Kennedy Brown back up and in.
Big
Slocum
rebound.
trying to answer, can't do it. Sundell skies for the board, out to Bickle. Now back up top to Brown, and Sundell takes over. The lead is ballooned to 5 with 1:20 to go. Bickle has to get it off to beat the clock. Got one bounce off the iron, couldn't get the second. Slocum gets her defender in the air. This two on the way, off the mark. Brown the rebound, gets it off to Serena, takes it to the corner. 4 on the shot clock, tipped out. Pratt will chase it down. This a 2 for for the Rim Reapers. Could have used it, it was off the mark instead. We're under a minute to play. Feed down low, and Destiny Slocum was beat in position, so she commits the foul. 54.5 seconds remaining. Now 5 fouls on the Rim Reapers, who are trailing here. 16-11 for B&B in front, and they'll have the basketball.
That was like 10 possessions in a 40-second span. Just
Right.
exhaustive to watch.
Amy Okonkwo, mid-range on the way. Off the mark, Slocum goes for the rebound, throws it in off Bickle. And they're gonna say it goes off of Bickle, so Rim Reapers will take over.
Rim Reapers, they need something quick right now. It doesn't necessarily need to be a 2, but you need to run a quick action. You don't want to take a lot of time off the clock.
Here's Brewer to Prince. Alexis Prince, mid-range jumper on the way off the corner of the rim. Bickle comes down with the rebound as there's 35 seconds remaining. Kennedy Brown down low. Okonkwo just battling for position. That time a rare miss right at the rim.
Rim Reapers got to go. You need a basket.
25 seconds remaining. They sure do. Prince can't finish again. Ball's loose underneath. Okonkwo takes over. Bickle gets it back. 17 seconds left. She lets it go. Off the mark. They call it a tip, so that will stay with B&B up top. (16-11), 13 seconds left. Looking like B&B is going to advance to the semifinals. Called tip ball on the shot. They put 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside, Hannah Pratt tips it away, goes into the corner, able to stop herself before the bleachers. A couple seconds do come off the clock though, 10.9 remaining and just 3 on the shot clock for B&B. Floats it over the top. Okonkwo can't connect on that one. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back up top to the Rim Reapers with 6.9 seconds remaining. Down 5.
Rim Reapers, they've been stuck on 11 for quite some time. They just have not been able to get the ball in the basket.
That one should do it. Kennedy Brown will dribble it out, and that is how this one ends. B&B gets the win, 16-11. And with that, our semifinals are set. The game we'll have coming up next will be the Crown versus the Chosen Ones, and later on we will have Coast to Coast versus B&B. Semifinal games coming up next here at 3XBA Spokane.